Good morning, everybody. It is 8:10 a.m. It's July 10th. Welcome to my channel. And the market keeps going higher, right? Keeps pushing higher. Yesterday, Powell had a testimony at 10 a.m. Prior to that wacky price action, during it, expected volatility. Market kept going up to the highs and to the lows. Algos driving based on Powell's testimony. So lower volume, probably it's a recipe for just not great trading. Really, it's really a recipe for that. Today he's testifying again at 10 a.m. Can't wait for this to be done. Expecting probably similar price action. Market's pushing up right now as we speak. It's already above yesterday's highs. Just a nuts market. So, without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile, find structure in the market, along with gamma exposure levels, supply and demand, the most traded price of the year, the rolling month, the rolling week, and the previous day. Just helps me find structure. It's my base, it's my foundation, it's my roadmap. It's how I read the market. Okay. Been doing this for a little while now, so I'm very comfortable looking at these charts. At first, they were always not easy to look at because I was like, what am I looking at? However, growing to love them. I just love how they organize the data in the markets. You can't see these with candlesticks. You can't see value areas. You can't see high volume nodes. You can't see those things. So that's why I like it, and it automatically comes up on my chart. So it's a beautiful thing. Okay. Now, before we get started, all right, hopefully you guys subscribe and set an alert to my channel. Be much appreciated. And of course, throw me a big thumbs up if you like what you see. All right, and you could always follow me on X at Gonzo719. All right, so let's get right into futures watch list. All right, we got Ether leading the pack, up 1.38%. Bitcoin pushing up after this big pullback. Let's see if you get some follow through. What happens when you get to 60K? Let's see. Silver is up 0.75, gold's up 0.72, Russell's up 0.47, Nasdaq's up 0.41. The 30-year bonds are being bought today, which should send yields a little lower. ES up 0.27. The Dow is up 0.07. 10-year hasn't reported yet. Crude is flat. All right, crude broke a big uptrend. Now it's went right down to a high volume node, okay, which happens to be last month's most traded price. Expected to be support there. China actually was reporting like deflation, which is bad for crude. Okay, however, they had a bigger drawdown yesterday, which than expected at 4 p.m. So that's bullish, but we'll have to see what happens with crude. All right, now the dollar is down slightly, 0.06. VIX is down 0.64. All right, right now the market is pushing over yesterday's highs. Let's see what happens here. It's just nuts market. It's crazy. This market just there's no stopping this momentum right now. It's pretty nuts momentum. All right, so let's go to the Mag 7 Plus, the newly Mag 7 Plus. Boom. There we go. Now Nvidia, so shocker, is up 1.76%. Coinbase with Bitcoin's up 1.42%. Meta is up 0.6%, 0.60%. Tesla, shocker, got a price target raise today, up 0.47. Broadcom, up 0.45. So these stocks are just moving the market. All right, AMD, but heavyweights are Broadcom. Got your Tesla, your Meta, and Nvidia. Oof. All right, everything's positive this morning. There is not a negative thing on this board. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to the top sector stocks. Let's see what's moving here. Eli Lilly's up 0.63, Uber's up 0.53, Walmart's up 0.31, Qualcomm's up 0.21. McDonald's hit a key support level 245 yesterday. It is getting bought up. All right, now, is there a laggard? Only one is Visa. Now, I don't know why right now. Trying to see why this is getting. Oh, there it is. Bank of America downgrades Visa to neutral from buy. That will do it. Now it's right at the 200-day moving average, so I don't know how that's going to pan out, but we'll have to see. Okay, let's move on to the swing trade list. Let's see what's moving on here. Carvana got an upgrade. All right, so, and then this Illumina actually acquired a new company. That's up 3.49%. Taiwan Semiconductors, I believe, got an up. Oh no, they revised guidance to better numbers. Okay, so they're up 2.16%. Tandem Diabetes up 1.33. Mara with Bitcoin's up. Riot, Bitcoin ETF, Tilray, Micron, SoFi, Macy's, MicroStrategies. No surprise there. All right, let's see who's lagging here. Verizon's lagging. Spotify's lagging. MasterCard in sympathy with Visa. 3M, Supermicro Computers. I mean, there's not much weakness here in this market. Okay, there's not much weakness. All right, let's go to sectors. This is what moves the market, folks. Okay, semis again. This is risk on. Okay, now yesterday was a weirder day. Okay, it was the opposite of Monday. Monday, the Nasdaq was strong and the SPY was weak. Yesterday, early, the Qs were weak and the SPY was strong. SPY was at the highs, Qs were at the lows. It was disconnected again. And semis and technology were the weakest sectors from the open yesterday. But then the SPY, when they got in sync together, the SPY started to get weaker than the Nasdaq. Crazy. It's just like so disconnected. It's really crazy. Tech, people started selling some tech. Mike, look at the chart of Microsoft yesterday. All right, and what happened was Nvidia really got sold off, and then got bought up. All right. However, today, semis and tech are leading the pack. All right, with discretionary. What else we have? No laggards. Zero. All right, there's really nothing to speak of here. This market just keeps pushing. It's crazy. All right, I think that's our watch lists. Okay. Now we're going to get right into the economic calendar. Boom. And what do we have today? We have Fed Chair Powell testimony on day 2 at 10 a.m. I'm not looking forward to that. The market really, I don't really like how the market moves when he speaks. Then we got crude inventories at 10:30. 10-year note auction at 1 p.m. Followed by a bunch of Fed speak. Bowman and Goolsbee and Cook. All right, tomorrow's the big day with CPI and jobless claims and a 30-year bond auction. Okay, that's what's going on there. Now let's see if there's any update with these upgrades and downgrades. Let's talk about it here. Let's look at it here. Upgrades. Carvana. There's the Carvana upgrade, right? Illumina also going to upgrade. That's it right there. Let's look at downgrades. Okay, anything to note here? There's the MasterCard downgrade from a buy to a neutral. Okay, Supermicro Computers downgraded. Interesting. Supermicro Computers got downgraded. All right. Let's go on to price target changes. Okay, let's go to, I don't like how that got sorted. Okay, target raises. Let's go with those. Spotify got a target raised to 410. Netflix target raised to 735. Meta target raised to 600. A lot of target raises. You notice this? And then tech is riding high this morning, right? Earnings are coming up. Okay. Apple target raised 260. So those are some big ones that got the target raised. Now target lowered. Let's look at those together. Nothing really to note, really. All right, now let's look at some initiations here. Nothing to speak of right there. I don't really. That's nothing. I think that wraps that up. That I really only wanted to see. Let's look at here. There's nothing really here, actually. Let's see if there's a new headline here. There we go. All right, so let's check this out together. Microsoft stock rose 0.4 following a report that software giants ready to give up an observation seat on the board of OpenAI amid regulatory scrutiny. Tesla rose 0.5 as the Goldman Sachs raises estimates. Let's see. Taiwan Semiconductor stock rose 2.4 after the world's largest chipmaker reported 32% year-on-year growth. That's what I was talking about before. Okay. Now, there's one other piece here that I look for to see if there's news. There is. Let's see. We'll do that right now. Let's do that now. Oh. Let's see here. Yesterday at 7:32 a.m. Just waiting for this one news to drop here. Boom. Boom. Okay, let's look at this news. Okay. Like I said, I'm only going to talk about stuff that I think is pretty interesting. Let's see here. It's all stuff I talked about already. Yep, stuff I talked about already. All right. I think that's going to wrap up that. I mean, we do have earnings coming up, but they don't, the big ones don't start till tomorrow and then really on Friday. So we talked about that yesterday. We can get right into daily charts here. Let's do that. Let's get right into the daily charts. Okay. Not much to report here. All right. So we're just breaking out and we're still making higher lows. Okay. Let's just look at this here. Right. We're still making these higher lows. Forget about the beam black candles here. So where are we at now? 557.22. 557.22. Like I said, we're hovering right at the highs. Right at the highs. Now, when we get into it, I'm seeing some poor structure, so we'll see what happens there. But that's where we're at, right? Let's look at futures to get a better view of this. Here's futures, see? We're right here. So, like I said, there's not much to analyze here. So here's the Qs. Qs, look, breaking out, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Has not broken a low of a daily candle since this day. So, and look at that, 500. Now 500 happened to be a large call wall in the Qs yesterday, and it literally to the tick hit it and sold off. Okay, now actually I could probably actually show you that with the drawing here if I go to my setup here. Boom. See that? Oh, I don't know why it's not there. Oh, I know why. I know why. Never mind. Never mind. All right. What do I usually go to? Default? No, trend lines. Okay. So that's the Qs, right? Where are we at now in the Qs? 499.77. We're right at the top. Okay, right at the top here. Let's look at the futures. You can see it right here. Okay, that is frothiness, folks, but that is momentum, and it's real. Okay, momentum, and it's real. So look at this from here. Jeez, it's just bought up city. Craziness, right? That's the NASDAQ, that's the ES, that's the futures, right? Let's look at the SPYs. Right, just nuts. it's just wave up, wave down, wave up, right? So we'll have to see what happens. Now to give you some contrast, let's throw up that IWM. Does that look bullish? Nope. Let's look at the Dow. Nope. Right? Pretty crazy. Alright, we're going to go to the triple-headed monster now. The 10-year yield, like I said, should be lower today, and it is. So yields drop down to here, right now. They are down 0.47%, down to 4.28 yield. Now, this is a center range, folks. So we're waiting for CPI. We're waiting for CPI. All right. So this is the smart money. But right now, it's just waiting. Okay. This is part of the triple-headed monster now. So we got to go to that second part. Let's go to the dollar. And the dollar's waiting. Look, in a little range. Makes sense, right? CPI is coming. And we go into the VIX. We go to the VIX. And that VIX has no fear. Look at that little 2-day range right here. The VIX is down today, but I mean, there's no fear. This is 30 days out of fear. No one's hedging. So that's the way it is. Okay. All right. I think we can safely go to the market profile now. And I want to talk about that poor structure that I see right now. All right. Let's go to that. Here we are. Okay. Let's start off with our market profile and volume profile analysis. All right. First thing we look at is that rolling weeks profile, that composite volume profile. So here we go. We got value area, 70% of the trade. Now we got a little excess here. Okay. Where's price? Price is above value, right there, 56.45. Okay. Market's most traded price, 56.32. Right there. Price is above that, it's bullish. Bullish, bullish. Okay. Tried to break that level yesterday. You see that right here? And recovered right at there. And then guess what happened? In the overnight session, check that out. This much short to this much long. Pretty much 100% net long. Now, generally, the market tends to take care of that imbalance in the inventory. Okay? It's not a guarantee. So whenever you're 100% net long like that, and we're long, right? Everyone's getting paid here. So what tends to happen, okay, it happened pretty much yesterday. Look, I just want to show you that. Here's yesterday's overnight session. Let me get rid of that. It was also like 90% net. Look at that. That was only short activity to this much long. What happened yesterday, right? I said if we come back through this most traded price in the overnight, and look, we did come through the most traded price. It corrected almost to the tick. Look across. It corrected all of this overnight inventory. Okay, didn't mean it was bearish. It just corrected it. Now we have 100% net long basically again. And we have a weak high here now, 56.45, 56.46. Okay, weak structure too. Look, all the volumes here. And look at this weak push up. This is poor foundation. That's not a lot of volume. So just think about this. Where's support and resistance here? There is none. So if you come back through, you could come back and test this area again. Okay. Again, that's just probability. That's usually how the market works. It gets frothy. Maybe before Powell speaks. That's what I'm saying. Before Powell speaks, let's de-risk. Let's take some profits, and you could find yourself down here when the testimony starts at 10 a.m. I don't know if that happens, but it's pretty sizable good bet that it probably will happen. Single prints are here too. So let's look at this. Levels. Let's look at our levels together. Okay. We have a weak low. Is the overnight low and the close and the most traded price of the week and yesterday. What I said, 56.32. Bulls need to, we also have a demand zone here. So bulls need to defend this right here. That's it. Bulls need to defend that. Okay. They keep testing this level, you see here, and it can't break it. So what do you need to happen to change things, right? You need to find acceptance below this level. You need to go down, break it, and hold under it, and then to go lower. It can't do that. It tried yesterday. I was actually in a short of the SPY yesterday. It was profitable, but like it just couldn't break the lows. Couldn't do it. So, a little frustrating, right? So, I expect us to be gapped up here. You got a poor high forming here. We should break this as I'm speaking. I could easily seeing more just getting pushed up. Okay. All right. Now, so we got our weak low. We got our weak high. So really, it's all about this overnight session. Okay. Now this could push up to get rid of this weak high. It's fine. But let's talk about it. Let's do our scenarios together. So ES scenarios. Let's do it. Okay, we're in a bullish market. Momentum's on the bull side. Okay. We have higher low, higher low, higher low. That's called one time framing. Okay. So again, all we have to worry about today is the 56.30 overnight low, demand zone here. Bulls need to defend that. Now, the markets have been disconnected 2 days in a row now. Disconnected. They're not moving in sync together until a big move happens. Then they kind of get in sync. I just can't stand that. It's not a big edge for me. Okay? So, I'd like to see them be on the same page at least. All right? So, and they seem to be. So, what I could see happening, you got your weak high up here. This could be a bull trap or it could be a breakout point. Okay? Now, probabilities, I would say, you got Powell testimony and you got weak structure. I would think we come back into here. So, I could see a break up, come through the open, and I could see a swift move down before Powell speaks into this area. And then I could see a bounce. And then you can see volatility happening with Powell speaking probably. We could probably do one of these and do these and do these. That's what I see. Okay? That's what I see. Okay, now, right below that level, there is more demand and more demand here. So, there's a lot of work the sellers have to do. Okay? A lot of work. Like I said, the only time I'm going to be, oh, okay, something has changed if you find acceptance below this big level. You have to find acceptance, which means just moving sideways, accepting prices below that level. And that's the only way I see something changing, right? So we got to talk about that. Let's talk about that bear. All right. Now, for the beginning, like I said, what I see happening, open, push up, go through the open, and I can see if, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. if we do one of these, I could see a swift move down here. And that could be the move before Powell. Even if it does one of these, I think it would recover and either chop, right, or do this. Okay. Now, after Powell, if we find ourselves testing this level and we do this and start holding and holding and holding and holding, we have a possibility to go down and test this like 5610 level. Okay. If he says something very bearish, do we just go all the way down to here, those lows? I don't know. I don't expect much, but you have to have that in mind. Okay. We are very, very frothy. So there will be a nice correction coming. It's just a matter of when. Nobody knows. Okay. But I definitely can see, like I said, I'll repeat it. We have our weak low here. We're 100% net long. Powell's coming. You have poor structure. Like I said, I think this could get taken out. And that's not an easy trade. Just not. Could come very quickly. All right. Now let's look at the NASDAQ together. Let's see how the structure is different. Oh, look at that. The NASDAQ is not gapping up. It's not. Well, it's up there, but it's not like the ES is. Okay. Let's look at our profiles together. Okay. Here's the profile. Look at that. Woo, buying excess. And you got value area, 70% of the trade, and then you got the excess. Okay. Here's the most traded price, 206.25. That's the most traded price. Look what the market did yesterday. Opened up, pushed up, and then guess what? You tested this demand zone and the most traded price of the week and got bought and closed here. So when I was looking for that SPY short, that happened. And then it was like, I don't know. I don't think this is going to move lower. And it didn't, because NVIDIA just started getting strength. Okay. Now we do have a supply zone we are in right here in the NASDAQ. You kind of have a weak high here. Let's say it's called 207.71. Again, bull trap or a breakout point. Don't know. Okay. So structure's different. Structurally, it's very different here in the NASDAQ. Very, very different. Okay. So let's look at this together. Okay. What do we have here? Yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, overnight high, overnight low. Now guess what? There's the close. Okay. There's the close. Now I want to show you guys something real quick about the inventory. So right now we have 100% net long in the NASDAQ. Okay. I want to show you again how the market takes care of new business before old business. So overnight, yesterday, we were 100% net long. The market opened here, pushed up, and guess what? It took it all out. You see that? Everybody who was 100% net long overnight got crushed. So, we have it again. 100% net long at the highs. This, to me, looks like a boop, and wait for Powell. Come back to here. I like the ES setup better. Okay. Hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Remember, the market likes to take care of new business before old. This was new business yesterday. Took care of it. And then look what happened. Old business took over. Demand and the most traded price, and you got bought. Okay? So, why don't we look at some levels here? We have a weak low here. Okay? This happens to be, I don't talk about this a lot, but here's the close of yesterday and the overnight low. That's weak. What happens to be there as well is the POC. Now, there's a POC which is from the market profile. That just means the most time spent was spent at 206.78. That's time. And then you have the VPOC, which is volume, which is up here. That's the most traded price. Okay. Regardless, that look what it lines up with yesterday. Also, the overnight lows of yesterday. So that is a key level, 206.73. Bulls need to defend that. Okay. Bulls need to defend that level. And we have a weak high, basically 207.71 here. So again, overnight high and low is key right now. Overnight low and overnight high are key. Okay. So I like the ES structurally. It's more pretty. It's more perfect. However, you still have it here. Okay. Now, let's just talk about the scenarios. Let's go to the bull. All right. So what did I just say? This 206.75, 73 level. Bulls need to defend. Okay. Bulls need to defend that level. So if we're talking about a bullish case, all right, yeah, we can come up. I think what could happen is we push all the way down and test this level, and then you probably can get bought up for Powell. I don't love a lot of things there, but that's something. Okay. Could we go like that? Maybe, but like Powell speaking, it makes it a little weirder. Okay, maybe after Powell. Okay. I don't like much after that, because if we break here and we go all the way down to this level, yes, you can get bought here. I'm not saying that's not possible. Okay, so if we do break it, you got this. This is very key support in here, and you could also go like that. Okay, so let's talk about the bearish case. Bearish case. Okay, so we got our overnight, we got our weak highs, we got our weak lows. Okay. Got those levels. We know those are the levels we want to talk about. Now, like I said, these are very hard to do off the open, but I can definitely see push up. If you come through that open, okay, you could definitely take care of this 100% net long overnights. And especially if you rip through this most traded price of the overnight right there, oof, then you can test this level. Right? If you break that level, maybe we do this before Powell. I don't know. Okay. Now, after Powell, let's say we're hanging around here. If you test this level, you need to see this. Trust me. This 205.81 right here is a key level right here. The end of this demand. You need to break that, and then even if you get some people buying that dip, you need to hold under this level. If you do, and the market is weak, especially tech, a big move could happen. This is only a scenario. It doesn't make me. I'm not saying that this is going to happen today, but it's got to be part of my scenarios, right? These are just scenarios. It's not like I believe anything. It's just how the market works. Okay. Hope that makes sense to everybody. All right. Well, again, if you ever have any questions, please put them in this chat. Leave them a comment on the channel. I'll be glad to answer them. All right. So, hopefully you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, set an alert if you haven't already. All right. And as always, if you enjoyed it, please give me a big like, big thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, as always, you can also follow me on X at Gonzo719. I also got to add my TikTok and all other ones like that. And hopefully you enjoyed this. And we can see each other tomorrow for CPI. We'll do that live tomorrow. Okay? So please join me every day, 8-10 a.m. Remember, I do this every day. And this could be your one-stop shop for news and anything market related. All right? Take it easy, guys.